Welcome everyone to CMD368. Before we talk about our hosted news on the pitch today, don't forget to like and subscribe and press the bell in order to receive the latest news from us on the regular basis. Euro 2020 Group C review. How will Netherlands without Van Dijk? Many would have favored the Netherlands to win Euro 2020 this summer prior to the 2020-2021 season, but those hopes are fading. Due to an injury to Virgil van Dijk, the hiring of Frank de Boer as coach in September, and the absence of presumptive number 1 goalkeeper Jasper Cillessen due to a positive COVID-19 test. An experienced Austrian team, a young Uruguayan team, and North Macedonia, which qualified for its first major tournament. Who will be the leader of Group C? Here are the comments for each team in Group C. The Netherlands team is led by coach Frank de Boer with a possible starting 4-3-3. The most important player is Frenkie de Jong, 24. De Jong is a dirt engine in midfield. His defensive acumen and proclivity to advance the ball will be key. And the breakthrough player is a 19-year-old midfielder, Brian Gravenberch, who can dribble and coordinate in the attack. The biggest strength in the Netherlands team is midfield. There is a wealth of talent, both youthful and experienced. Even the likes of Gravenberch and Donny van de Beek, who likely once start, can cause damage in the final third as sub-subs. The biggest weakness in the Netherlands team is defense. The loss of Virgil van Dijk forced Frank de Boer to slot in unity man, Daley Blind. The Netherlands' two recent competitive games against Gibraltar and Bavaria yielded clean sheets, but the backline struggled to end 2020, so that's why it's a concern heading into tournament. On paper, this was still strong, but ever since Frank de Boer was hired, there's been concern about the passive attacking build-up and the central-back partnership, which could affect the team's performance. The Uruguayan team is led by coach Andriy Shevchenko with a possible starting 4-3-3. The most important player is Ruslan Malinovsky. This 28-year-old is a threat in both open play and set pieces with his clever movement, vision and powerful shot. The Dinamo Kyiv midfielder could be one of the tournament's most underappreciated young players, but it was his attacking flair and vision that propelled him to be the breakout player in the team. The biggest strength of Uruguay is midfield. Like their opponents, Uruguay has a wealth of options, many of whom are attaining the tournament in great form with their clubs. The biggest weakness of Uruguay is goalkeeper. Andriy Patov has become error-prone in his advanced age, especially with the ball at his feet or when climbing process under pressure. He may not even be the number 1 if Andriy Shevchenko's recent selection in friendlies is any evidence. So, who will attack? The projected starters could easily make way for the likes of Roman Bezos, Viktor Stihankov, and Artem Bezalin, which is also dependent on Andriy Shevchenkov sticking to a 4-3-3. He's experimented with 4-1-4-1 and a back 3 in the last 12 months, so there is the potential of Shevchenko mixing it up. The Austria team is led by coach Franco Foda with a possible starting 4-2-3-1. The most important player is David Alaba. There is no other way to describe how to complete Alaba besides he can play 3 positions at a world-class level. At Euro 2020, it will be in midfield, so expect him to orchestrate and control most games Austria plays. The breakout player is Sasa Alazic. The young striker has recently cracked the starting lineup and has scored 3 goals in 5 caps. The biggest strength SWAT depth of Austria. Most of Austria players finished their domestic seasons in top form, and there are several options to choose from across the pitch. The biggest weakness of Austria is striker. Outside of Kalajic, who had a tremendous debut season in the Bundesliga with 15 goals in 30 games for Stuttgart, no other number 9 has played to that same level. Given that team was essential 12 months of non-stop action in Europe, teams who have chemistry containing from players and have the depth to rotate could reign supreme. The North Macedonia team is led by coach Igor Ancelotti with a possible starting 3-4-1-2. The most important player is Igor Pandev. He has won almost everything at club level. The 37-year-old will finally play at an international tournament. Now a permanent starter at Napoli, the 21-year-old midfielder Alif Elmas can be deployed with his defensive qualities and vision all further up the pitch as a number 10 to utilize his creativity. The biggest strength of North Macedonia is strength. Thanks to a couple of technically gifted midfielders, combined with Pandev and Alexander Tchaikovsky finishing, North Macedonia is a surprisingly potent side in Group C. The biggest weakness is defense. Igor Ancelotti has experimented with a few different formations, but he might opt for 3-5-2 or 3-4-1-2 due to the squad's defensive deficiencies. They have conceded 1.25 expected goals per 90 minutes over the last calendar year. Can North Macedonia do the unthinkable? Thank you for watching our football news. If it's exciting, please hit the like and subscribe button to hear the latest news from us.